check out the stock price of Apple this morning, please. It is up 1%. It's reached back to $180 a share. Apple has locked in a supply of 5G modem chips through 2026. That's the good news. That is lifting Apple a couple of bucks this morning. Jeff Sica with me today. Jeff, I want to talk to you about Apple because I want to know if this company can grow in the future the way it grew in the past.
I think it's doubtful. I mean, we have to face it. This has been one of the best stocks to own historically, growing to $3 trillion in market cap. And even last week when the stock declining $200 billion, which is really just a drop in the bucket for Apple. So I would say that we're going to have growth for Apple, but it's not going to be nearly what it was. And there's two reasons, Stuart. The first is China. What happened last week is China is now banning the Apple from government workers. But the fear, the sentiment is that they might ban phones from the general population. And when Apple has 20% of their growth coming from China, and that's growing, and they need China, that's a significant number.
Okay. In the past few years, the market has gone the same way as Apple. As Apple goes, so goes the market.
Right.
Are you basically saying this market is not going to be rallying sharply by any means?
No, because yes, that's a good saying. As Apple goes, so goes the market. So Apple being the most widely owned stock in America, it's hard to find an exchange traded fund or a hedge fund that doesn't own Apple. Apple does direct where the market goes. So if you see a slowdown, not only that is you're looking at the effect of the stronger dollar on technology, and you're looking at how technology stocks are viewed throughout the world. In the case of China, China is developing, Huawei has a chip for their new smartphone. They're really moving people towards their technology away from Apple. And that could happen across the board in technology, which could be problematic.
Apple is one of the stocks which I've never owned. At any point in the last 50-odd years of investing, I've never owned it. But you do, I think.
I do own it.
I know
and
you're
you know
going to
what?
stay in it.
I've been very critical of Apple because really what they do is they just roll out new versions of old products. Tomorrow they're doing their annual event to roll out the 15. I don't know how many more gadgets they could cram onto the iPhone, but I don't think they're going to grow the way they were. Even if you look at shipments were down 7%. So I do own the stock. I criticized the stock for quite a while, but I just was one of those people that said, I better buy this thing or I seem like I don't know what I'm talking about.
But you're not selling.
I'm not going to sell. No, I'm not selling at this point.
Jeff, thank you very much.
Thank you.